You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, and I'm coming at you with another live stream. As you enter into the chat, make sure you double tap the like button on your way in. Hello to the mods, to the members, to those in the chat room. Double tap the like button on your way in. We're going to talk about the spoiled Dems. You get what I'm saying? Make sure you double tap the like button on your way in. Y'all know how to get my attention. Shout out to Fairwood Studios, C. Rob in the building. I see you two guys. Shout out to my lady. Shout out to everybody else that will be tuning into the show. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody doing what they're supposed to do, holding their business down to the best of their ability, making moves, not being in fear, not being ancient, doing what needs to be done. You get what I'm saying? Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Shout out to those who always support the platform behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, more people will support the work. Right now, gratitude and grateful for those who support the work. See how much time and effort and energy I put into this truth. Thank y'all so much for tuning in when you can. You know what I'm saying? So we got these protesters going around. We're going to stop the music. We got this protest going on around America. President Trump is back in Palm Beach. So without further ado, we're going to start with that clip, and then we're going to see what these other people have to say. All right, let's get to it.
President Trump is returning to Palm Beach tomorrow. CNN is reporting he will be the keynote speaker at a Mar-a-Lago fundraiser. This is Trump's 11th trip to Palm Beach this year, his first, though, since May. This comes as millions of people across the country and here in South Florida will be taking part in No Kings protests, rallies, and marches happening this Saturday, October 18th. There are
Hold on a second, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me loud and clear? I do apologize. Something happened with the computer. I have to redo it. Give me 1 second. Let me know y'all can hear me loud and clear in the chat. Put a yes in the chat. Put a Y in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. I pressed something that messed up the flow. Let me get it correctly. All right, y'all can hear me good? All right, thanks, Brainwaves. All right, cool. All right, let's get right to it. Let me get back to it. So President Trump is on his way back to his home in Florida, right? Before we get to the other content, let's see what they have to say here first.
President Trump is returning to Palm Beach tomorrow. CNN is reporting he will be the keynote speaker at a Mar-a-Lago fundraiser. This is Trump's 11th trip to Palm Beach this year, his first, though, since May. President Trump is returning to Palm Beach tomorrow. CNN is President Trump is.
Hold on.
President.
So Trump met with Vladimir Putin over there in the other side of the world. They had a quick conversation, so now he's returning back home. Let's go.
Trump is returning to Palm Beach tomorrow. CNN is reporting he will be the keynote speaker at a Mar-a-Lago fundraiser. This is Trump's 11th trip to Palm Beach this year, his first, though, since May. This comes as millions of people across the country and here in South Florida will be taking part in No Kings protests, rallies, and marches happening this Saturday, October 18th. There are 5 No Kings events planned across our area as the president will be in Palm Beach this weekend.
Millions of Americans are going to join together and
look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at the people they bring into Florida. Look at the people that's in Florida. Look at them. Look at them. Yeah, I know the place he stay at. He stays in Palm Beach. He stay over by a certain island. You can't get to that island, especially him being there. He stays in a certain island in Palm Beach. That's about a certain amount of hours away from me. So they say this is the 11th time coming, and now they want to have a protest down there. I just told you that the Bible says we must respect the law of the land, and I'm going to bring those scriptures again. And I want to thank the people from yesterday that tuned into the show. We're going to read Romans 13, 1 through 8. I'm going to read that again to y'all. Because, see, these people don't realize they're putting themselves in danger. The Most High told us, according to Paul in the New Testament, that we must obey the laws of the land and not to be disrespectful and to pay what you owe. These people right here have been spoiled. They've been spoiled. You got a lot of spoiled Ibarazzis throughout America. So, let's continue. Let's go.
Every state, from every walk of life, and
you're not supposed to listen. Anybody that wants to see America gone don't believe in God, because I can't go to another country and tell them how to run their country. It's in the Bible. God gave instructions to the government, to the president. God is in control of good and evil. He's in control of all things. So if God is in control of all things, then why is the people going out there to go against their own future generation? These are what you consider in the Bible rebellious generation. It's not only white people, it's black people, it's Latino people, it's Asian people, it's other people of other ethnicities. You have nation against nation. And I told you that nation against nation is good nation versus evil nation. You going against the evil of your own people. That's what's going on right now. You're seeing in real time. So when the Bible talks about nation against nation, it's not talking about black versus white or white versus black or black versus Asian. Not this race war. The war is against Satan's children in all ethnicity, including so-called black people. Let's go.
every neighborhood to engage in peaceful, nonviolent, lawful, pro-Constitution, pro-democracy protests on a scale never seen in modern American history.
Organizers say the No Kings protests take their name from the idea that the United States is a democracy and not a monarchy. The slogan is used by those who view President Trump's actions as an abuse of power.
How's it an abuse of power and you're the same people that depend on 911 for an emergency? Can you folks take care of these criminals? Can you folks take care of those who's robbing from the elderly, doing things to women, doing things to men, doing things to children? Can you, Ibarazzis, take care of this problem? No. Y'all be the main ones calling 911 just to call 911. These are the people that want to see the devil take over. They don't want sin to go away. They love sin. And you got a lot of people support sin. They don't support righteous channels. They don't support up moral standard channels. You only got a few people that support upstanding platforms. They go support the sin. They'll support the sin heavy. I mean heavy. They putting heavy meat, pause like Ringo say. They put heavy meat on sinners. This is the reason why I say what I say. I say the things I say. They love sin. They love it.
This movement was built by the people. The name was chosen by the people.
Look at these people. Look at these people. Look at them. Look at them. They all could get together to try to take Trump down. They don't want to tear down the sin of their community, yet they want to blame everything on Trump. They want to blame everything on Trump. They don't want to blame their own constituents that they put in office. That's why God gave them over to a reprobate mind. Oh, he truly did. This is what you see, reprobate. You cannot save these people. They got to go. Sin must be off this land.
They created this momentum, and they are this movement. Every rally, every march, and every community gathering has been planned by local organizers.
Organizers say they're...
No. This is a bona fide witch you see in real time. This is what I consider a bona fide witch. Gentlemen, you see a woman like that, run. Run, Forrest, run. That's a witch. She's casting spells. She hates to see winning. She's paid by certain groups, certain entities and deities. Be careful who you get with. And you sleeping with the enemy. That's an enemy to God. Enemy to man. Enemy to the truth. Just because she looked like us, she doesn't come from the seed of God. She comes from the seed of Satan. That's where she comes from. You got to watch out for these type of women. These yucky, disgusting.
Organizers say there have been increasing tensions concerning the government shutdown, the Trump administration's immigration crackdowns, ICE agents, and
since they want to protect these sinners, I wonder if they could go to their country and do what they want to do. Can they go over there and jump naked in the pool in the Middle East? Do you know you get stoned if you jump naked in the Middle East in the pool? You have every right to do that here in America, yet you love these people that's going to be taking over your children. You don't have enough respect for your kids. Get rid of this person out of it. Get rid of this troll. Get rid of this troll, moderators. I don't got time for the foolishness. I don't got time for the nonsense. Get rid of that troll.
National Guard deployments in Democratic-led cities like Chicago and Portland. While organizers urge peaceful marches and rallies, law enforcement in Palm Beach County will.
Look at this. Look at these broke uno getting together. Do you know a lot of broke people get together to tear down what's right? Broke spiritually, broke mentally, broke physically. They're not broke economic. These are the people we're supposed to be taking care of. Where had it come that you want to destroy? And I got another content I got to do. There's a brother that's doing pretty good that they wanted to unalive. People like this want to unalive inventors. Everybody be thinking the powers that be the ones to do it. No, it'd be people like this that would want to kill you for $1.50. And they got all the cheap shows, the munchies, got multiple kids by different men, having all these babies around, being treated with royalty, and you working a 9 to 5 and you getting treated like a peasant. You going in, busting your behind, taking care of your kids, your woman, and monitoring you. You got gang stalking and monitoring going on. You got your own neighbors jealous of you with the gang stalking and monitoring going on. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Because I think my thing is messed up now. Uh-oh. Can y'all hear me? They're messing with my internet right now. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm seeing that the internet is very low right now. I see that the internet is very low. Somebody say something in the chat. Somebody say something in the chat so I could know that y'all can hear me. If you know what I'm saying? Because I just see my thing froze. Okay. These people are the ones who want to kill the invention. They want to take, and these companies are taking care of these people. These companies are taking care of these low vibrational folks. Yet if you do the right thing, they want to persecute you. Let's continue.
Be ready.
Look, the temperature politically is very high, and we know that. And that's why the conversations that we have with people ahead of time and say, listen, we don't want to put you in jail. We don't want to disrupt your protest. You have the right to do that. But it has to be orderly. You cannot inflict yourself on the public by blocking the road.
Palm Beach County Sheriff.
If they block the road here in Florida, we have the right, according to Governor DeSantis, we have the right to run them over. Don't forget that. Governor DeSantis put it out there. If it's a protest and they blocking the streets, you run them over, you're not doing jail time, even if they get unalive. So you will be foolish enough to do that down here. Come down here with that nonsense if you want to. I can't speak for other states. I'm speaking for what's going on here. Here, block the road if you want. You get hit, we're not going to jail. The sheriff is giving you a warning. If you block the streets and somebody got to get to where they got to get to, they're going to run your behind over. Whether you elderly, whether you have kids or not. And why would you put your kids in that situation? Because you don't care about your kids. That you beyond demonic. Have your children out there in a protest. Why would you have your children out there in a protest in the middle of the street? You put your kids in harm's way, you got to deal with the consequence. They're not playing that down here. You could protest if you want, and yeah, all day. You cross that line in that street, and you get run over, and you try to mess with somebody in that car, they're going to pull out their weapon. Bow, 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 bow. Ain't no playing down here. And it's an open carry. I will not show my weapons. I'm too smart for that. I'm not going to let anybody know what I have. The point is that get out of pocket if you want to. Shoot first, ask questions later. That's what goes on down here. Better take it behind back to that Ibarasi nonsense. Let's go.
Rick Bradshaw will also be overseeing President Trump's visit to Mar-a-Lago this weekend.
It's not going to affect his visit. We get him from the airport over to Mar-a-Lago in about 12 minutes, and there's no problem along the roadside. We got it down pretty good because we've been doing it for a long time with him, so we don't expect any problems with him back and forth. And really, I don't expect any problems with the demonstration.
It's not only them, it's not only the president that's important to make sure he's good. They're going to make sure the president is good because they've been doing it for a long time. They're definitely going to make sure the president is good. is that if these people get out of pocket, in particular, the residents in that area is going to have a lot to say about it too. Okay, let's go to the next clip. You're going to have the simpleton men we're going to call out right now. Let's get right to it. Okay. All right, let's go.
Meanwhile, millions of people are expected to gather at more than 2,000 rallies across the country on Saturday in what demonstrators are calling a second No Kings Day. Organizers say they expect this to be the largest protest in modern American history, with major events planned in Washington, New York City, Chicago, and other cities. The protests are playing out against the backdrop of a government shutdown, National Guard deployment to several states, as well as ramped up immigration enforcement. They aim to send a message to both President Trump and Democratic leaders that people want change. That's what organizers say the mission is. Republicans, meanwhile, including House Speaker Mike Johnson, have labeled these protests as Hate America rallies.
Yes,
and
they
linked
are.
them without evidence to Antifa and pro-Hamas groups. House GOP.
They are. He is correct. Let's rewind that. They are. They hate America.
Mike Johnson have labeled these protests as Hate America rallies and linked them without evidence to Antifa and pro-Hamas groups. House GOP Whip Tom Emmer also suggested that Democrats are holding out on the shutdown in order to appease these protesters.
I encourage you to watch. We call it the Hate America rally that'll happen Saturday. Let's see who shows up for that. I bet you see pro-Hamas supporters. I bet you see Antifa types. I bet you see the Marxists in full display, the people who don't want to stand and defend the foundational truths of this republic. And we do. And that's what we're here doing every single day.
They don't want to defend truth. They don't want to defend righteousness. They don't have no morals. They don't have no respect. Now, I'm going to give y'all 2 minutes. We're going into 25 minutes. Why I only got 8 likes in my video? Y'all think I forgot? Why I only got 8 likes in my video? I will turn off the chat. Get my likes up now. I'm not playing. This is not just one day. It's every day. Get the likes up. You got 2 minutes to get the likes up, or I will turn off the chat. That's another way to support. I'm putting in this work. I don't like the disrespect. Get the freaking likes up. Why are you here if you're not going to like the video? I would rather have a few people like the video than have a lot of people and they're not liking the video. I'm not saying nothing until I get my likes up. I'm not saying nothing. Turning off the camera. I will shut off the live chat at the 26-minute mark if the likes is not matching the views. Let me get it ready. Let me get it ready. I'm shutting off the chat. I told y'all, you're not being respectful. You're not being respectful. I'm shutting off the chat right now. No one has supported. No one is hitting the like button like they're supposed to. So, now I'm shutting off the chat. There it is. There it is right there. I'm not playing no games. Now, I didn't shut the whole thing off completely. I'm not talking to nobody in the chat. Nobody wants to hit the like button? Okay. Play this game if you want to. Let's go.
The only thing that I will predict today is that the Democrat Party of yesterday is headed to the ash heap of history. These guys are playing to the most radical, small, and violent base in the country. You'll see them on Saturday on the mall. They just do not love this country, and these guys are afraid of them. Chuck Schumer et al. Are afraid of them.
So you agree that that's what this is about, that they want to be there and sort of, you know, punch their chest there, that they're fighting Trump in this No Kings rally. That's what this is about.
Yeah, we call it the Hate America rally because you'll see the hate for America all over this thing when they show up. Yeah, I mean, that's the rumor, Maria. The rumor is that they can't end this shutdown beforehand because this small but very violent and vocal group is the only one that's happy about this.
I see.
If they
Yeah, because they want the thing to be shut down because they don't have a good life. They don't have a good life at all. They don't like to be good. They want to behave, misbehave. Yet they want to act like they civilize other places. Yet when they come here and they want to bring people here to be uncivilized with their uncivilized self, with the ones born here. Let's go.
shut it down beforehand, then they've got to deal with that group beforehand. If they make it through that, then at least they've made it through their Hate America rally, and then they can get this thing done.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I guess I'm old. I guess I'm naive. I mean, I
think I might be too.
I would have never heard that in a million years when I was in Congress or under other presidencies. I mean, these people have come. They have talking points, talking points where they are trying to call Chuck Schumer and Democratic leaders violent, trying to call Democrats violent. Tom Emmer's in a press conference called them terrorists. Called them terrorists. These peaceful protests that happen.
They not no peaceful protests, Simp. They not no peaceful protests. These are the same people that want to see you in prison, want to see you in jail, want to see you kill each other. They don't believe in righteousness. They are terrorists. They are a problem. They are a nuisance. They're evil. There's nothing good coming out of these people. Now, if y'all want me to open the chat, y'all get the lights up. I'm not opening the chat back up. Get the lights up if you want to talk in the chat.
Happened before. You even had earlier Jonathan Martin talking about how most of them were like the NPR tote bag carrying crowd. But the fact that they're trying to whip people into a frenzy, and especially here we are several weeks after the horrible violence, the tragedy committed against Charlie Kirk, to be calling peaceful protesters, people have already protested last year, peaceful protesters, calling them terrorists, saying they're violent, and proudly. Now, they are proudly calling Americans that are going to go out and exercise their First Amendment rights, calling them the, quote, Hate America crowd. You see.
What do you mean? It is true. They putting other people above other Americans. What are you talking about? Can we go to another country and do what they doing over here? No. Can we be above their people in a particular country? No. What happens if we try to exceed beyond their people in that country? They want to take us out. Just like how they want to take us out here in this country we born in. I can't stand people like this, man. These people got to go.
what's happened in 2025. You now have a guy who said that he was ruling by the Bible, who actually won't swear in an elected leader because she will help Congress get to the bottom of the biggest sex trafficking ring in modern American history.
No. We're not going to deal with this because the simple fact, you're not satisfied. That person's already taking that person's already dealing with what he did. We know that people in your congressional office was down with him. So what are you talking about? Under your administration, there was more sex trafficking under your administration and a lot of children missing under your administration than under any Republican administration or conservative administration. How come under the Trump administration we find these kids in these blue cities, in these tunnels, in certain various people? Miss me with the garbage, man. Y'all don't care about kids. Y'all don't care about kids. So for you to bring that up is just being a hypocrite at this point. Let's go.
That guy who says things that just aren't true every day is proudly and with a smile on his face saying, if you disagree with Donald Trump, if you believe in congressional and judicial checks and balances, if you believe in Madisonian democracy, this is basically what he's saying, then you hate America. What does that inspire? What does that inspire? From, you know, this is, again, these are the same people who have lectured us for years. And now, again, they have talking points where they are calling people who disagree with them members of the, quote, hate America crowd, and calling these, quote, hate America rallies.
Then why they taking the money, since they want to shut down the government? Why y'all keep on getting paid? Why is it that the Republicans and the conservatives it's not getting paid in the Senate, in the House, representatives? They're not getting paid. Yet you Ibarrasi's is still taking a check. So who's evil and who's not? He got that look of an evil face. Let me get a screenshot of that. Y'all get the lights up if you want the thing to come back on. Get the lights up. Let me get a screenshot of that. Because I'm going to put that on the portfolio. Get the lights up over 20. If you want me to put the thing back on, get the lights up over 20.
It is dangerous, and it is beneath contempt. And they really, again, for God's sake, for the sake of America, for the sake of our politics, not just now, but for in the future, for the sake of the precedents that they are breaking every day and that we need to rebuild brick by brick. They need to stop. They just need to stop, because in the end, they only hurt themselves. Let's bring.
No. Y'all hurt the situation. Y'all hurt the situation. The only ones that could talk in here is the managed moderators. The only one that could talk in here is the managed moderator. If you're not a managed moderator, you can't say anything in the chat. You have to be a managed moderator. That's the only ones that could talk in here. All you other folks, you don't want to hit the thumbs up, then why are you here? If you come into my chat and you're not liking the video, it's not like you're hitting the cash app or the super chat. You're not doing none of that. You can't like the video, then why are you here? Y'all think I'm playing? listen, at this point, when I talk about serious stuff in particular, and I see the disrespect, I'm not gonna have no channel of a live stream. And I'm gonna go back to improving comments. I'm gonna go back when I get off and start improving comments, because I'm not gonna pay attention to your comments. Because I'm tired of the disrespect. You can't like the video, then why you here? Why you here? Yeah, if it's an Ibarasi, you won't have no problem liking the video. You won't have no problem supporting the channel. Yet you want to support sin. You love sin. You endure in sin. And I'm not going to feel sorry for your outcome. I'm not. Because you're so disrespectful. Let's get to the next video. Then I'm gonna get on out of here. So disrespectful. Yeah, brainwaves. Brainwaves, they love sin. A lot of these people love sin, man. They don't want to support the truth. They love sin. They love it. That's why I don't have no sympathy for them. Let's go. Let's listen to this. Democracy.
Congressional Republicans have hit a new low, now blaming the government shutdown on everyday Americans, saying this weekend's No Kings protests are somehow prolonging the stalemate on Capitol Hill. Now, over the past week, Trump officials and elected Republicans have blasted protesters as Marxists, pro-Hamas, America-hating, and a whole lot worse. But as I write for MSNBC.com, that protesters are not radicals, nor are they a dangerous threat except to those who seek to strangle freedom of speech. They are citizens who refuse to accept authoritarianism as the new normal. Joining us now is Democratic Congressman James Clyburn of the great state of South Carolina.
Congressman, it is so good to have you on. The numbers are supposed to be huge this weekend for this rally, for this protest. This is an administration that is avowedly anti-protest, especially when it is protest of their administration. Do you think they allow these rallies, these gatherings to go on unimpeded?
Well, thank you very much for having me. I certainly hope so. Protest is what this country's always been about. We were born out of a protest. That's what was taking place at the so-called Boston Tea Party. Throughout the entire history of the country, it has been people exercising their First Amendment rights that have brought issues to the forefront. And for people to look at this kind of a protest and say,
these old simpletons, I can't stand these old simpletons, y'all. These older simpletons. Who love to see their own people oppressed. This is what you call old simpleton who did so well for himself and want to see black folks in the bottom. Let's go.
that it's an expression of hate for America. Did Rosa Parks hate America? Did Martin Luther King Jr. hate America?
Yes. Yes, they did. Because they got paid by the same people you getting paid by to come on here and say face. Yes, they hated America. And they hated people that wanted to live right. Let's continue.
Did those of us who struck out along with John Lewis back in 60? Were we hating America, or were we trying to bring to the forefront those things that needed to happen in order for...
Why don't you tell people that Martin Luther King didn't care for his wife, that his wife was a cover-up, and that he wanted to get involved with other things he had no business getting involved in? Just like you. You ain't no different than Martin Luther King. A lot of you use these talking points to get women to get with you. Silly women at that. Only silly women deal with dudes like you. Ain't no woman of her right state of mind want to deal with you. A woman of a right state of mind ain't going to deal with a silly dude like you. It's even in the scripture that silly women will go to men like you. I don't deal with silly women. Yes, I dealt with witches. I come to find out there was witches later on. And sometimes I catch it right away. The point is, silly women, no. They are the most dangerous women. You think the witches are dangerous and evil. No, the silly woman is worse. Let's continue.
The United States of America to live out its true creed. And so that's all that's going on here. People are expressing their opinion about this administration, and just because it's not complimentary, they see it as hate, or shall we say terrorism. It's just crazy.
It is also wild, Jackie, to hear Republicans smear Americans who want to protest as being Marxist, as being pro-Hamas, when all they are is anti this administration. Your question.
I personally have sort of struggled to make the connection that Republicans are trying to make right now between the protests and the shutdown. But on the topic of this shutdown, Congressman, John Thune, Majority Leader, went on MSNBC this morning with our Ali Vitale and basically offered Democrats a vote on extending Obamacare subsidies. That would happen so long as Democrats agreed to open the government. Is this an agreement that House Democrats will go with and agree to?
Well, everything has to be looked at with the particulars. We always say that the devil is in the details. To cast off an expression, I was up this morning. I don't know why I got up that early, and I saw him in real time. And I am appreciative that it was repeated in the first part of Morning Joe, because I wanted people to see that whole thing. This is not about just one issue. This is about health care. When you're cutting significant portions of the money out of Medicaid, and when you put Medicare under threat, and then when you do not allow the tax credits that come along with the Affordable Care Act that makes it affordable, then it's more than just...
Why are you not talking about the migrants getting all this money? The migrants getting all this money, getting $1,200, $1,300, $1,500, $2,500, $10,000 a month. Y'all want to protect these sinners. You want to protect the sinners in your group. And we're tired of the blame game. Many of us have woken up a long time ago. Some people are waking up this year. Let's go.
One issue. And so just to say you're going to allow a vote to take place if we stop protesting, then that's a problem for me. So we're not going to give up our rights to bring to the American people exactly what the issues are involved here and what has come about because of this so-called what I call big ugly bill.
Now he wants to call it the big ugly bill. I'm telling you, these people, man, these people love sin. Give me 1 second. I got to do something real quick. I forgot to do something here. I got to take care of this real quick. I got to take care of something real quick. I forgot. Let me do this right now before I forget. Okay. Brainwaves, they're not even listening, man. They don't want to double tap the like button. They want to come in here and think I'm going to open up the platform. How is it that we had 30-something people, almost close to 40 people in here, and only 16 people like the video? This is what I'm talking about. This is an ultimate disrespect. It's not like you coming in here and you hitting the super chat or you hitting the Cash App or you hitting the Venmo. It's only a select few people that do that. I could see if you don't want to support, why you can't like the video. Why you can't like the video? You can't do a simple thing, then you're not ready for the big thing. I don't know why you over here. This is what I'm saying. There's got to be a lot of cleanup on the internet, man. I just want to be around people that wants to win. I don't want to be around people that don't want to win. Leave me alone. Seriously. I wouldn't want you to watch me. If you can't hit the like button, then what are you here for? I would rather have 5, 10 people in here and everybody hit the like button than to have a lot of you and you're not hitting the like button. You wasted your time, because now me cutting the live stream tells you that I don't even want you here. I have my actual supporters already. Even if it's your first time, the best thing to do is hit the like button. That's why this country got to do some cleaning up, man. Even on the internet, it's got to be a lot of cleaning up, because this is very disrespectful. I could be doing other things right now. I came on here to talk on the situation because we're in the month of October. There's a lot of evil stuff going on. I'm calling out these entities and deities from all angles, and only 17 likes in 48 minutes. 19 likes. What's going on? Y'all haven't been liking my videos lately. I get it. What the support situation has been very low. I know why. I'm going to keep that to myself. I know why the support has not been coming in on my platform like it used to. I know why it's only a select few of people that support my platform behind the scenes and at times support the platform here. It's a doggone shame, man. Man, telling you, man. Sometimes it's just a waste of time coming on a live stream and seeing people don't do their part. And then they wonder why I removed the thing. It's only the managed moderators that could talk. I could do that for a long time. No disrespect to my regular moderators. It is what it is. If I only got to have my managed moderators in here and that's it, and the chat be quiet sometimes, or it may be just Brainwaves, Forever Studio, at times Ringo, or, you know, Azandria, Soulmadian, a couple of other people. It is what it is. I can have the chat quiet and won't care, because you're not going to disrespect me. You're not. It's not like you're coming in here to support. It's not like you're coming in here to put a few dollars in the situation. So why not hit the like button to learn something? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Anyway, let's go.
It's something we're going to keep before the American people, and we're not going to give that up on a promise of a vote.
There you go. Because I'm telling you, if you think that, okay, we're going to give you the necessary votes to open the government, and then on the back end, we guarantee that we're going to have a vote on the things you want, Democrats. Okay, y'all are stupid if you buy that one, because I can tell you that's not how this is going to play out. And it's good to hear you say that, Congressman. And it begs the question for me on a broader scale about the rising level of resistance relative to what we're about to see this weekend, and what that is saying. and more importantly, the reaction of Republicans to it. Talk a little bit about what you think the American people are finally beginning to signal to this administration. Yes, you had the No Kings vote, the No Kings rallies a few months ago, but this one feels different. This one seems to settle differently with the American people. What are you picking up in South Carolina? How are Republicans even in your state looking at this administration and what these protests may actually be saying?
Here we go. Here we go. Now they want to play this devil advocate nonsense. Watch this.
I think people are beginning to see exactly what is going on here. You know, it's one thing for people to express alternative, even alternative facts, but it's something else when you begin to lay out an autocracy. You are beginning, and people are beginning to see that this administration is not about fairness. That's what they fear. They fear fairness.
No. Y'all fear of being exposed for what you've been doing, and it's all coming out. This is why I'm talking about devil advocate. They want to play the blame game. No, it's on your watch. Your sins are being revealed now. Let's go.
They fear freedom. You know, they fear, when I say that, you know, Michael, I sometimes rely on my biblical background. What's that? The book of John, I think it was John, that we find, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
No. That's not the scripture. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. You're saying it in a gibberish way. Now you want to quote scriptures. Well, I'm going to quote scriptures after this video, because I didn't get to see none of these videos. I'm glad you quote that scripture, because you're talking about yourself. You projecting. Both of y'all projecting right in front of those Ibarasi women. Let's continue.
And that's what they fear, the truth. They fear the facts. And the facts are beginning to get through to the American people that this is not about anything but making your lives more miserable.
No. You want to see people's lives miserable. How you saying they want the American people's lives miserable when you are part of the problem? Yeah, brainwaves. Yeah, facts. Exactly.
We have price points coming out of this. We have pain points coming out of this. And when people see what it's going to cost for them to get the kind of health care that they've been getting for the last several years. We have one couple here in South Carolina that's gotten a number that goes from around $50 a month to over $2,000 if this goes away.
Yeah, no, people are talking about those premiums, and your colleagues who are going home are hearing about those premiums. I do have to ask you really quick before we have to go, Congressman, just in the last hour, there was this op-ed by Representative Ralph Norman, who, of course, is running for governor in your state in a very crowded Republican field. Trump should lean on South Carolina to eliminate Jim Clyburn's district. What would you like to say to Representative Norman?
Well, you know, I understand that Ralph Norman's father left him a little bit of wealth. I wish he had left him a little bit of gray matter. I think that Ralph is always looking for attention. The fact of the matter is, South Carolina has 7 congresspeople, and only one of them is a Democrat. The Democrats.
He's speaking all this gibberish. Okay, I see that the chat, it has, you know, came up to 22 likes and 22 people in the building. So let me do this real quick. Let me go back to my thing. Look how long it took them to match the lights. Took them a long time. You got a lot of people upset. Oh, you hurt my feelings. You thumbs down the video like I'm supposed to care. Okay. The chat is open again. The chat is back open. Continue to match the lights. Continue to match the lights if you're coming in. Let's go.
Carry about 45% of the vote in every election here. So why is it that Democrats are not fairly represented in our congressional delegation? We are about 28% African American in South Carolina, yet with 1 out of 7, it means that we only 14% of the representation. They fairness. Ralph Norman does not have the capacity to exist with fairness.
They don't want fairness. They want you to be disruptive. They want you to be disruptive. They want you to act a fool. They want you to destroy things. That's what these people are on. They're on demon time. This is an Edomite, as Brainwave stated. This is an older Edomite. Let's go.
He wants the whole game to be rigged in his favor, and that way he feels he can be successful. If he was so sure of himself, why not have fairness in the process? He wants the president to lean on the South Carolina legislature to take fairness out of the process and rig it in favor of his candidacy for governor. Ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna be no Ibarasi going on in South Carolina. They want everybody to be evil, y'all. They want everybody to be evil. We're gonna close it out with the scriptures because I'm pretty much done with them. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me get the scriptures ready. We're gonna read this again. Okay. Here we go. Let me make sure everything's good. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. All right, let's get to the scripture. This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 1. It says, "Let every soul be subject unto the high powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God." Verse 2, "Whosoever therefore resist the power, resist the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation," meaning destroy. This goes on. Verse 3, "For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Will thou then not be afraid of the power?" God is warning them. The evil people, what's going to happen to them? Listen, "Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same." If you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're going to have praise of the same. Do the right thing, right things will come to you. Verse 4, "For he is the minister of God to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil," warning the evil people, "be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain." For he what? Beareth the sword not in vain. What's the modern day sword? Guns. All types of other weapons we have. Okay? Let me read verse 4 again. Verse 3. hold on a second. Yeah, verse 3. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. Verse 4. For he is the minister of God to thee for good. But if thou do which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of God, a revenger, to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. Him, her, the list goes on. Verse 5. Wherefore ye must need to be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. Let's go to verse 6. For this cause pay ye tribute also, for they are God's ministers, attending continually upon this very thing. Verse 7. Render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor. Let's go to render therefore to all their dues. Let me get on the camera real quick. Let me get on this camera real quick. Let me tell you something. When the Most High put it in your spirit to support what he asks of you to support, and you hold that support back, do you know you're going to pay for that? Appreciate the support, Robert, for the $4.99 contribution. Thank you for supporting the work. Do you know that if you have not supported truth and you supported evil all your life, do you think we're not going to be judged for that? Y'all have no clue. Y'all don't know the real economics. Y'all don't know the real economics like you think you do. You don't. There's a lot of people holding back support of doing what they're supposed to do right, and then they wonder why they're in the situation they're in. That's all I'm going to say on that. Let's get back to the scripture. Okay. Let's get back to it. Romans 13:7. Render therefore to all dues, tribute to whom is tribute is due. I always give tribute. People give tribute to me. I give tribute to those they just do. That's scripture. Custom to whom custom, meaning supporting one another. I support people's customs. Wherever you're from in the world, you're supposed to do vice versa. Fear to whom fear, meaning God in Christ. Honor to whom honor. We're supposed to honor each other because we see each other, and God expects us to honor each other, be respectful to one another, right? Let's go. Let's go to verse 8. The key. Oh, no man, anything. Oh, no man, anything, but to love one another. For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. You see that? Verse 9. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not covet. That's right. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Verse 10, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is fulfilling of the law. Verse 11, and that knowing the time, that is now high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. That's what I'm going to say on that. So, I'm going to close out by saying thank y'all for tuning in to the show. Do not be like these spoiled Debarassis. They want to create problems. They don't have no solution. They're not protesting for peace. They want to be disruptive. They don't care for their fellow man, fellow woman, fellow child, fellow co-worker. And a lot of these companies, they don't care for the average American person. They want to use you, get what they can out of you, and then throw you to the curb for these deities and entities. Pick wisely of what you're going to deal with and what you're going to get involved in. So, Robert, thank you for supporting the work. To everybody else, to Brainwaves, to Forever Studios, and the list goes on. I'll talk with y'all another time. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be safe out there on them roads, as Ringo would say. Be mindful and cognizant. This month of October is crazy, y'all. It is seriously freaking crazy. So the rules is the rules. When I go live and the lights is not matching the views, I will turn off the chat. The only ones that will be in the chat is those who are managed moderators. That's the only ones allowed in the chat. You see, in order to be a managed moderator, it's not only because you support, that's part of it. It's more so responsibilities that comes with it. Those people are good with me. Those are the people that have actual contact that can reach me if they decide to. I have my regular moderators, and then I have the members. And speaking of the members, I have some footage for y'all real soon. Give me time. There's a couple of things I have to do. I want to add on to the video. So, yeah, that's pretty much about that, y'all. You know, yeah, shout out to Robert, man. He always come through. Robert always come through when he can. See, I like people when they could come through when they can, once in the blue. I have no issues with that. I have issues with people that claim they rock with my platform and they never support my platform. How can you say you rock with my platform, you never support? I'm not saying you have to put a lot. That would be appreciative if you choose to. You got some people that have been watching me for a long time, never put at least $2 in there. They say they rock with the platform. Nah. It's cap. It's cap. It's all cap. It's all a game to people. People look at YouTube as a game. Listen, there's a lot of YouTubers that's doing very well than people that's doing well in these corporate jobs. Let me say this before I go, because I'm going to tell you something. When you look at your iShow speeds, your Cots and Nats, this inventor I'm about to talk about, they have more reach than the President Trump does. Do you know there's certain content creators that have more reach than the average person and politician does in America? Or world leader? Do you know how much, if it could be to where you support people and push their stuff, that not only their lives could change, your life could change too? I'm starting to think that y'all don't want to see righteous people's lives change. Some people get a kick out of you just not having too much. We was not born to have little. We was born to have a lot for our future generation, because it's not fair to them to see they continue to struggle on your behalf. It's not fair to them. And so to see people, sometimes you look at the chat. That's why I try not to pay attention too much to the chat with exceptions, because a lot of people, man, I done help a lot of people, and in return, only a few came back to support. Shaking my head. We're going to see how many people support when I talk about this eventer that finally did something big in Atlanta. Brainwaves know who I'm talking about. Ringo probably know who I'm talking about too. He finally got his thing. He was threatened to be unalived. They let him go to a specific dealership in Atlanta. I'm not giving y'all the name. Y'all probably know who it is. Don't say it in the chat. I'm glad. I'm happy that he got some protection. He got some bodyguards because he's going to need it. When I talk about the young man, I will tell you that whoever he select as a woman, make sure she is not evil. Because they're gonna try to if they can't get you the way they wanted to get him, he got to be mindful of what woman he gonna deal with or what guys he considered friends. Well, we're gonna talk about his accomplishments. I'm very happy to see. Hey, we'll talk about it. So with that said, shout out to Atlanta for doing that. Shout out to Atlanta. I give them that. They did something right for a change. Give this young man an opportunity. And he had a lot of people come see him. Your iShowSpeeds, your Consonants, King Sister 8 the Great. There's a lot of people that get a lot of visibility. They make it buck on here. You hear me? More than your CEOs. More than your CEOs of the company you work for. I'm talking about in the high-end millions. Listen, it's not even about money with them. Look how much of a reach they have. When you get to a point you see so much money in your pocket or in your card, it's not even about that. It's the reach. Ooh-wee. Gotta respect it. You gotta respect the reach. You gotta respect the support they get, and well deserved. So I'm out. I'll talk with you soon.